Hey guys, welcome to another YouTube video and another NRL Magic Round match review. This one is of the penultimate game of Magic Round. It was between the Melbourne Storm and the Parramatta Eels, and just all I could say is that it was a result that I was expecting, to be honest. I did expect this sort of result, to be fair. And obviously, yeah. So let's just, let's get straight into this, shall we? So it was a bit of a slow start. Obviously, there was some errors from Parramatta. There was a set restart for Parramatta, and then ironically, when the first set restart happened for Melbourne, it immediately led to a try from Twilight Kamika in 8.5 minutes in, which that conversion was missed by Nick Meaney. About 8 minutes later, Bailey Simonson answered back for Parramatta to bring it back to 4. Which was also missed by the conversion was also missed by Sean Russell. So that meant the margin was still 4 apiece, and then between the next try was scored, there was some errors by Parramatta, some by the Storm, some line breaks, and here and there was some interchanges, and then in the 25th minute, I should say, winger Will Warbrick scored, broke through and scored to make it 8-4, which this time was converted by Nick Meaney to make it 10-4. So just a converted try there, and it didn't take long for another try to happen in the form of the skipper Harry Grant off a line breaking run from Xavier Coates. He kicked it. Xavier Coates kicked it. It took a while for Harry Grant to get a grasp on the ball, but he got there in the end and scored a try, which of course Nick Meaney soon converted to make it 16-4. Within like 2 minutes, within 3 minutes, it went from 4-all to 16-4, just like that. But it would get worse from there on. But then you got a penalty from Xavier Coates for a dangerous tackle. There was even an HIA from Xavier Coates for HIA. So he gets assessed for an HIA. And then there was a captain's challenge for the Storm, which that was successful. And then Blaze Talangi scored with Asai converting to make it 16 points to 10, and that was obviously Big Nelson Aspa-Solomona. He got put on report for a dangerous tackle, but didn't get sent to the bin. And that was what at half time. Now it was pretty manageable. It looked like that when the Storm got to like 16-4 in front. That was when we all thought, oh, here we go. This is the blowout we're all going to be expecting. But to Parramatta's credit, they really did tried to peg them back, and they got within like a converted try at half time, which was quite impressive there. But let's just say afterwards, that feel good factor for Parramatta didn't last long. Let's put it that way. So to start off with Nick Meaney, there was a penalty for the Storm, which they chose for the Storm, which they chose to take the 2 points, which was converted by Nick Meaney to make it 18 points to 10. And then after a set restart, Harry Grant, the skipper, went through to score his second try of the game, and Nick Meaney converted that one to make it 24-10. Then the other winger, Remus Smith, he broke through and scored as well, with Nick Meaney again also converting to make it 30 points to 10. And then straight afterwards, Remus Smith made it 2 and 3 minutes with a try basically straight off the restart to make it 34 points to 10. By this stage, I was like, please just throw in the towel, please. Please just throw in the towel, stop the fight, whatever you want to do. Yeah, by this stage, Nick Meaney also converting that to make it 36-10. So, this is when that thing about when this thing about that figure factor didn't last long. Well, I was right in that stage. So it went from like 16-10 to 36-10 in like 15 minutes. So after half time. So and then there was a captain's challenge. There was a couple of errors from that, then another set restart and all that. And then there was an error from Will Penasini, which was gifted to by Xavier Coates, who scored to make it 40 points to 10. To make it 40 points to 10. Nick Meaney, and then Mick Meaney also converting it to make it 42 points to 10. There. So this was, and then by then it was just all but over, anyways. And then afterwards you had a couple of set restarts. You had a captain's challenge from the Storm, which that was unsuccessful, by the way. I think it was for something. It doesn't say here in the timeline what it was. And then Elisa Katoa added his name in the 74th minute to the score sheet to make it 46 points to 10, which was also, again, converted by Nick Meaney to make it 48 points to 10, which, just added more salt into the salt that's already in the wounds for Parramatta. But they did manage to score a consolation try through Mikai Sivo, who has been subject to news in the recent weeks, considering there's the possibility that he might want, despite having a year or two on his contract, he's looking to leave Parramatta, apparently, from what I've seen on the internet. Apparently, that's a rumour going around that Sivo might want out of Parramatta, and the rumour is that North Queensland are looking into him, which I'll be looking into that hopefully over the next month or two, with Asai scoring the conversion to make it 48 points to 16, which was how it ended. It was how it ended there, with Melbourne 48, Parramatta 16. 8 tries for Parramatta, two tries for Harry Grant, two tries each for Harry Grant and Remus Smith. And the other try scorers were Tuai Kamakamika, Will Warbrick, Xavier Coates, and Elisa Katoa were the scorers there. With 3 different try scorers for Parramatta, there were Bailey Simonson, Blaze Talangi and Makai Sivo near the end of the game. 7 out of 8 conversions, well basically 7 straight for Nick Meaney after missing the first one. Actually 8 out of 9, actually 8 straight from the tee for Nick Meaney, if you count the penalty goal he scored early in the second half. So yeah, and then Asai getting 2 from 3 from the conversion there, and basically after half time, if I do me maths real quick, it was 32-6 the score in the second half compared to 16-10 in the first half. So an absolute second half mauling by the Melbourne Storm to show why they are a top 4 contender, and Parramatta Eels anything but, really, to be honest. But look at the team, look at the stats here. 50-50 in terms of possession, but based on time in possession, Parramatta had more of the ball. 86% completion rate for Melbourne compared to 72%. That's probably almost what won them the game. 32 out of 37 for the Melbourne Storm, which was unbelievable. And in terms of completing their sets, it was almost even. Of course, 37 sets of 6 for Melbourne Storm compared to 36 for the Eels, and in attack, this is gonna be embarrassing. All running meters about pretty much almost plus 200 in terms of plus 199 in all running meters was the Melbourne Storm. Absolute mauling in that area. Post-contact meters, surprisingly, Parramatta had more post-contact meters than Melbourne in this game. 588 to 530. Melbourne had more line breaks. Melbourne had 10 more tackle breaks. They cracked the half century in terms of average set distance at 50.4, under 50.5 meters compared to under 46.5 for Parramatta. Kick return meters, Melbourne by far there, and pretty much the only even stat so far was the average play the ball speed, just slightly quicker with Parramatta, just slightly quicker on that front. Even in terms of offloads, more passes from Parramatta for some reason, to be honest, and way more dummy passes for Parramatta. 26-8 in that area for Parramatta. In kicking, total kicks, Parramatta, Melbourne better there, but not by much. Kicking meters, this is Jesus Christ. Plus, what is that? Plus almost 300 meters, kicking meters. 569 to 278 Melbourne's way. Jesus Christ. And also defusal, 70% compared to 40 for Melbourne, compared to 40 for Parramatta, I should say, rather. Pretty even in terms of effective tackle percentage. Melbourne made less tackles, less missed tackles. Only had the one intercept, which was from Melbourne. Even in terms of effective tackles, negative play, here we are. Pretty much even in terms of errors, penalties conceded, ruck infringements. One that was on report. I'm trying to figure out who that was. I think it was Big Nelson. That's for Solomona. That was on report as well. There. And then also one which was Xavier Coates, which had to go off for his HIA, which he was cleared of, by the way, and that he he got back on the field after his 15-minute assessment. So this was not a surprise, this beating, because we all know how good Melbourne are. They're I think I heard right. They have the best record I think their record at Suncorp is better than Brisbane's, and it's their home ground. And I think they got a winning percentage there of like 7. I think I read in the Magic Round preview video, which go back and watch that. I think I said in that video, I think they had like a winning percentage of 75%. Does Melbourne have at Suncorp, which is rare considering that their recent loss was actually last season in the qualifying final. We got smashed by the Broncos. That was the same game where my man Ryan Papenhuyzen got that horrifying, very, very horrifying ankle injury, which hopefully very soon he hopefully gets back. Hopefully, but yeah. So that's pretty much it for this video really. Pretty much it for this video really. Like this video. Share this to anybody who's a Melbourne Storm fan or a Parramatta Eels fan. Comment down below what were your thoughts on this game. And yeah, just what were your thoughts on the game. And one last thing, somewhere down there, click on the big red button which is labelled subscribe. It really does help me out quite a bit there. But until next time, guys, I'll see you all later.